in aerospace, software and hardware domains. So please welcome Manikandan.
Hi everyone, thanks TWT for giving me this opportunity. Today I want to talk about the topic called transforming the legacy docs to structured content. So when we work on the legacy content, irrespective of the product, whether it's a single product or a multiple product, so we tend to stick into the already proven process already available in the organization. So actually, the existing process literally it's a time consuming and it will take a huge amount of time, like more than a day or 2 days to complete the legacy documentation. So whether you are an intermediate user or a beginner user or a niche in data XML writing, so it would take almost a day or 2 days to complete the legacy documentation. So how can we improvise this process without compromising the quality? So that questions actually lead us to create a new process. So before I jump into the our existing process and the current process, I would like to highlight a point.
Yeah. Wait a second. This slide?
So before I talk about our current process and the new process that we derived it, so I would like to highlight a point like why we transfer from the manual to scalable automation. Because when we work on the legacy documentation, we generally receive the problem statement like we manually copy pasting the each content, and then the legacy documents usually contains a big tables. So because it's created in terms of the vector-based images, so copy pasting on each content on a cell is like a tedious task. As well as manually creating in each topic and creating a tags in it, considering our tight deadlines and workload. So these manual work method will take you almost a day or 2 days to complete it. So I would like to show how the existing process looks like. See, our existing process, like it starts with creating a topic in the CCMS, and then we write a content in the XML editor. And then if our organization having a rebranding, if you wanted to update the illustration, then we convert all the illustrations and do all the rebranding stuff. And then again we create the bookmark manually in the CCMS, and then we link it, and then we publish it output via standard pipeline. So actually, as I said, this is a very time-consuming process. We just look into this process and we wanted to implement it, the automation wherever it possible, and also
Actually, it was not showing the screen. People are not able to see from behind.
it should be extended.
It should be extra. Sorry, Manikandam.
Actually. Okay, I just explained the existing process. So we analyze our existing process and we understood we wanted to automate it, but we are unable to automate the complete process. But we identify a huge impact area where automation can pitch in and help us to provide a meaningful results. So the new process looks like it's slightly divided from the existing process. The first step would be like convert the legacy files to editable format. So when I say editable format, it is in Word format. From there, import Word to structured XML, followed by if you have the rebranding work or if you wanted to update the illustration, how to automate that, and then how to import the content to CCMS, followed by publish the output via standard pipeline. So this process will help you to implement some of the automations, and that will help you to reduce the time efforts when we compare to the existing flow. So for use case, I took this one open source PDF document from Google. So you can see that document already contains an image, table, and a good hierarchy structure. So the very first step is to you have to convert the legacy file into editable Word format. So for PDF, we most preferable one is Adobe Acrobat. So it contains the OCR tool. If you have any other OCR tool also, you can able to use it. In this images, I just mentioned what are the checkpoints that you have to select it before converted to docs. So when you perform this action, your file will be converted to docs format, and then it saves in your local folder. So the detailed steps already I have explained in a separate document as a SOP it is with TWT team, so they will be sharing with you later.
Very juiced. Too many.
So upon the successful conversion, you will get your Word file look like this. So you can see the image and then content along with the tables, and then your hierarchy text is converted properly. So post conversion, you may face some issues in terms of if you have a scan to PDF. So these are the very rare scenarios. I just documented just for our purpose to understand it. You guys can go through it. So in order to troubleshoot, you can troubleshoot it in a very basic method. After conversion, in a Word file, we need to do some basic mandatory checks to do it. So for an example, we have to verify all the topics and the content from the source are present in the Word file or not. Ensure the hierarchy level is correct as per the source. And then the structural elements like table, orders, order list and unordered list and other basic structured information is presented as expected. In rare cases, you may get the spacing issue or content issue that you have to fix it in the Word file. So I would say
Other mic. Yeah.
So I would say this is the editing phase. So whatever thing that you have to improvise in terms of content, rewriting, creating the content, you can do it in the Word only. So once that is done, the very next step is to convert the Word file into structured XML. For this use case, I choose Oxygen XML. Traditionally, we spend a lot of time in order to create an XML file. Like we create a topic in the CCMS, and then we create a topic, and then you enter the tags along with the content. So here we are going to use a plugin called Batch Documents Converter. So usually that batch document converter inside of the tools, then batch document converter, it allows you to enter the legacy file documents like Word and then Markdown. Not only Word, you can import the HTML, and then you can import the JSON file and content file to convert to data. So it actually when you perform the batch document converter, it automatically generates the data component output. So when I say output, it automatically creates the topic in terms of concept, as well as it creates a map. So it will create the images as per your source document. So all the linking and everything can be done.
Give him the other mic. No. Where is the other mic? Where is the second mic? Give him that.
Sorry guys. So as I said, like the most of the data complaint output, the expected topics, map, images, tables, everything will be done within just by single click. So the key conversion options, like when you convert, you can able to add the files, and also you can able to add the folders. Also that you have a conversion option, so you can able to map your Word styles, like heading onto the HTML H1 fresh. So likewise, you can able to map all the Word elements to HTML elements. So this will give you a clear clarity in terms of how your Word elements is going to convert in terms of the HTML elements. Upon conversion, you will get your source files as individual topics in your desired location, as well as you will get your media folder, where you will get all the images that you can able to customize it later. So this is how it looks like in Oxygen XML after the conversion. So you can see all the topics are converted, as well as it has the data map manager. You can see all the tags, everything has been created automatically. We don't want to do it anything manually in this. So I can say this is also under the editing phase. So if you wanted to improvise the content, change the hierarchical content, and everything can be done here in Oxygen XML. So
That's also gone.
Then better I use my voice. No. So till now we have completed the content wise, but there are other ways like illustrations. So when I say legacy files, often contain most outdated illustrations, right? So
No,
we
we-
would manually. So people used to open each and every image, they do the annotation, and they do the rebranding. So then later we wanted to. So here in the illustration aspect, people tend to spend more number of hours in terms of opening, starting from opening to annotated and everything. So we wanted to implement automations in this area. So predominantly we use a tool called Adobe Illustrator. So in that we identify on the key feature called actions, where we can be able to record your each and every step and of macros, and you can be able to assign the shortcuts as well. So this will reduce a lot of manual efforts. Simply you can just drag your illustration images into Adobe Illustrator by just pressing the shortcuts. Within a matter of time, you can be able to automate so many things like fit the artboard to a board, and then change resolutions if you wanted to save us in a particular format, you can do it. Grouping, ungrouping. So these all can be done. So the detailed inspection on how to enable the action features as well as the how to do this settings, everything is documented in the SOP. You guys can go through it later. So when we performed the previous automation, we ended up by saving the files in terms of copy one or icon one. So again, we spent a lot of time. So consider if you have more than 10 to 15 pages, then again you have to open the file and change the rename the file, right? So we wanted to put some automation thing over here. So we had our analysis and then we came up with a solution called back file. So back file is looking at a batch file. So it's written in a Python script with the help of ChatGPT. So through that file, you can able to do automate small things like remove auto-generated suffix and then remove all supported images format to different format. So not only this, in technical writing aspect, that file can do wonders. So if we try to explore it and leverage it on working area, it would be really helpful. Just wanted to let people know about this black feature. So till now we just converted the content to XML. So consider our XML file is consider file. The very next step is to import it to CCMS and then publish content. So if you wish to import the CC to CCMS only for the task or the data maps, so both can be done. So I will let you go back and show. See, from your data maps manager, you can able to select an individual topic, just right click it, you will get import option. The same way you can go to the data map. From there also you can able to import it. Or if you can locate your source file folder, from here you will get your individual maps as well as individual topic you can able to import to CCMS. Post that, we can just publish the document as per our standard publishing method. So I would like to highlight the measurable improvement with this automation. So by seeing this graph, by using the existing automation method, a beginner would take minimum of 16 hours per 15-page document. If it goes to intermediate level, it will get reduced like 30 to 40 hours. But when you go to the after automation, you can see irrespective of the user knowledge, user level. So anyone can complete this task within 3 to 4 hours. So we don't want to spend much more efforts in it. So the end result says like we are getting our work done very efficiently by reducing the manual work done by 73%. That's all I have to do. Any questions you can shoot.
We can take one question if anybody has question.
Really nice, thanks for sharing that. So legacy Word documents, you said they are taking for it, right?
After you move them, will you be doing more cleanup or that's it?
See, if you are just working for a migration, you don't want to clean up everything. Straight away, can you go to fence summer? If you wanted to do any cleanup or content related, we can do it in the web itself.
If needed, we can do, otherwise we will directly do. Thank you.
Thanks for your question.